Hey, what's happening? It's time for the show. It's 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock and it's Tuesday. On Tuesday, we do Tell It Tuesday, where we talk about folks that send in letters that are sharing their angst and their agony, their heartbreak, their soul stirring pain, and they're looking for help and figuring out what to do about it. So that's what we do. So everybody, where my ex lady at? You know, but she be throwing up them X's when people get fired. She like, eh, 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 eh. Everybody ready? Yes. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get my. Now, why didn't I do this before? I just did get my shit together. Okay, so everybody, somebody got some Smirnoff? Well, dang. I feel so like I only drink Belvedere or Kettle One. Vodka, other vodka to me is kind of gross, but I don't know. They have some that's at Costco that I hear is pretty good. I might try. It's like, but it don't have a, it just says Costco or something. It has some name on it or whatever. So anyway, yes, you know, you guys ready? Because, you know, we're going to be talking about these folks. Let me see what we got here. Here's my packet. Okay, let me see how many questions is on it. It's always a mystery. Wow. 9. Well, we may only do 8. 9 is too many. My cousin be tripping, and these look like they long as hell. Wait a minute. Well, let's get started. Oh, yes, honey, I have it because, you know, the last few Tuesdays, what did I do? All I had was my little water, right? That was not enough. That was not enough because these folks was like, I needed me some hen to tell you the truth. Let me get a swig now because, you know, those folks was working my nerves. Are we ready? Let's get started. We got so many. Question number 1. My 30-year-old boyfriend and I'm 26, have been together for almost 4 years, and I'm pretty sure he's going to propose soon. The issue is the engagement ring. I don't like it at all. It was given to his mom by his dad, but they never got married. She gave it to him and told him he could give it to a girl when he felt it was time to propose. He never asked me if I like it, but I told him in a nice way that I didn't when he brought it up. It's just not my style. It doesn't seem meaningful to me personally anyway. He said he would just give that to me first and then later get me a ring that I wanted. But I want to wear the ring that he proposed to me with for the rest of my life and at the wedding. Not some hand-me-down ring given to his mother for a marriage that never happened. My boyfriend even said things like, well, I don't want to have to buy one and it's free, which leads me to believe he only wants to give it to me so he won't have to spend any money. I just feel like he is thinking about his mom's feelings more in this scenario than he is mine. Am I being selfish or prissy? A part of me feels bad, but I really do not want this ring. What should I do? Ooh, what a dilemma. This is juicy. Ooh, honey. Because, you know, unfortunately for this poor child, whatever she does is going to be, you know, the wrong thing. But my thing is this. You're marrying a man and what, you know, your needs are and everything is supposed to be paramount to him. Number one, you know, by making all these comments, it's free and I'll get you one later and all that stuff. Okay, he's not understanding the importance to a woman who has dreamed of getting married to her prince with the ring that he picked out for her. Okay, like that's what I keep trying to get these men to understand. This whole thing is a ritual. Okay, getting married, dating, proposing, getting on one knee, you know, asking the parents for the hand in marriage. You know, this whole thing is part of what we call a courtship / marriage ritual. When you, as a girl, dream of having your thing, you don't never think about getting proposed to with some hand-me-down ring that somebody didn't even wear. It was a jinx fucking ring. Okay, so he gives the ring. They never got married. What the fuck you gonna give your woman that ring for? Are you out your mind? If anything, what he should be doing is taking that ring and going and using it to get the money to put on a ring for you. That's what he should be doing. He should not be like gloating because he's getting this free, jacked up, cursed ring. Oh boy. Well, that's what I'm saying. And that's not even a tradition because it's not like it was a ring that was in his family. It's not like it's something that has sentimental value to the man. This was a ring his daddy gave her that they didn't even get married. So this ring has no sentimental value. If anything, it's cursed. Don't you see what I'm saying? The ring has a negative association, not a positive one. So, young lady, ooh, this is tough. And I see this bitch that I am. I would have took the ring, went to the nearest jewelry store, traded that bitch in, and got me the ring that I wanted, and been like. And then if he didn't like it, he could have that ring back, and he could get this too, and then that would be it. But what you should do, since you obviously love this man, you've been with him 4 years, you need to sit down and you need to explain to him, okay, this ring has a curse on it. The people who get this ring don't get married. Why do you think that I would want you to give me a ring that has that kind of association with it, whether your dad gave it to your mother or not? They never used the ring. The ring has bad juju. Okay, this ring has bad juju. I do not want this ring anywhere near me, definitely not on my finger and not involved in our marriage. You need to give that ring back to your mother. She can wear it around her neck on a chain as a keepsake, or she can sell it and buy us a wedding present, whatever she wants to do, because that was her ring for her marriage that never happened. I don't want any parts of that. Now, if you want to insist that that's the ring that you want to give me, now that I'm explaining to you how negative it is and how it breaks my heart that you want to give me a ring for our marriage, our pure, clean, just between the two of us marriage that has all these negative associations and ghosts with it, then I have to question my understanding of you as a man. It seems like we're not on the same page. We don't see things the same. I have a vision of our life together that is free and clear of all these things that are associated with other people and their negative lifestyles. But you want to bring it in, and not only you want me to wear it as part of our wedding ceremony, and you want me to wear it on my finger as part of our new marriage. I'm not going to do that. I refuse to do that. So you have a decision to make. Either you get me a ring that I like and that is just for our marriage and just for me, or we're not going to get married. Those are your two choices. And you got to mean that shit. Because I'm telling you, sometimes you got to put your foot down with men. Now this is a boundary. I did a whole video and a webinar on establishing boundaries, and this is one time you need to put your foot down. That is some bullshit. I'm surprised you didn't cuss his ass out, because I would have thrown that ring at him. But I have a bad temper. Yeah, it's bad juju, as they say. That ring got some bad juju on it. So the people who get that ring don't get married. And see, he would be able to see, okay, I'm going to give her this ring, and I'm about to not get married either. So see, you got to make that tie for him, because he's stupid. And so you ain't going to get it. He can upgrade your ring later. But the ring that he puts on your finger right now, it better be brand new out the box, and it better be something that you like. And if he can't manage those two things, then, I don't know. He needs to just go marry somebody else who wants some old leftover stupid button, stupid ring. Because that is just foul. Yes, thank you. See, Tanika, my girl's over here trying to help a sister out. And you guys click that like button and click that share button. That would be really great. And if you're not a subscriber, join the team. Sign on to it. Join our party. Because we be partying up in here. Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, this dude is stupid. But you know what? I want her to give him a chance and explain it to him, because men don't often see things the way that women do. And to let him know, when I was a little girl and I was dreaming about marrying the man I love and living happily ever after, part of that dream was not getting a ring that nobody wore and that had a negative association with it. That wasn't part of my dream. Was it part of yours? Because, again, this is some difference that between the two of us have. And I didn't realize that we thought that differently. So it's like we're not on the same page. We're even the same book. So, he needs, if he wanted, like I said, he could take the money and he can buy he can trade that ring in and get the money and buy her a ring. It's not like the ring's not going to be useful. But what I'm saying is, you don't put that ring on your new bride's finger. You don't do that. I'm surprised he's even thinking that that's a good idea. He's crazy. Well, his mother gave it to him to give to her. See, and then I'm questioning the mother's motives too. Bitch, what you doing? What you doing to give somebody that fucked up old nasty ass fucked up over ring that's gonna make her have a bad situation just like you had. She's supposed to throw that ring in the garbage can, or like I said, sell it and get the money and do something useful with it. Yes, we're working on that. We're working on that, and I'm getting some designs together. I haven't really liked what I've seen so far yet, but it's coming before the end of the year, okay? The first people to get them are going to be my Patreon subscribers. I'm going to gift them with a t-shirt, and then everybody else, they'll be for sale. But I got some people that's been, steady supporters, $25, $35 a month for months. And so I think giving them a t-shirt, I can do that. I'll pay the shipping. I'll do everything just because it's hard. I don't even know these people, but they, got my back. So I want to show my appreciation for that. My people that come in and do my monitoring for me and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm grateful for stuff that people do for me. Yeah, his mother, I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't. There's no cherishing going on there, because he would have just told his mama, "Mama, I don't want that shit." I mean, he might not have said shit, but he would have definitely let her know. I don't. That ain't. Thanks for the offer, no, but thanks, but no thanks, kind of thing. That's what he should be doing. So, young lady, that's my suggestion for you. You need to stand up. You need to stand up, and you need to get in his ass, basically, and just not take this. I know you're only 26, but you better find your voice now. You're gonna be dealing with this crazy mama and this crazy fiance you got. That ain't gonna work, and you better let him know right now, because otherwise he's gonna always be giving you what he wants to give you and not what you want. So this is the time for you right now to let him know we ain't running this shit here is not gonna be run like that. You're gonna give me what I want, or I don't need to be with you. That's the only choice that you have. You're not making me happy. You giving me some old ratchet shit, some hand-me-on bullshit, and you think I'm gonna be happy with that? I got news for you, Holmes. Okay, you better let him know. So hey everybody, I see the usuals here for the Tell It Tuesday. We got off to a roaring good start, but I'm telling you this. Yeah, that ring, I'm telling you, I don't even use that phrase too much, but I heard somebody say it in a movie, that something had bad juju, and I liked that shit. So I'm like, ooh, I'm going to use that. All right, so now, question number 2. Me and my boyfriend were only together for 8 months, but during that time, I found out a lot of dark stuff that he'd been through. Ooh. Child abuse, substance abuse, and a lot of other stuff. Oh my God. While we were together, he got a vaccine and had a really bad reaction to it that caused bad brain swelling. Before I found out about what happened with the vaccine, I had noticed that he was acting weird, and he tried to leave my house to kill himself. I stopped him, and me and his family took him to the hospital, where he was acting like a different person. I stuck by him the whole time until his brain swelling went down and he was no longer suicidal. She better than me. The day I decided to break up with him, he cried a lot and told me that he wouldn't move on for a long time and couldn't think about being intimate with anyone for a really long time. Okay, drama king. Today, he texted me and asked me to bring back a book to him that was very important, so I did. When I showed up, he asked me to talk, so I did. And I told him I was doing all right, but sad. In all honesty, I was miserable and crying a lot, even though I was the one who ended things. So then I asked how he was, and he told me the day we broke up, he'd slept with a girl he met the day before we broke up. He told me all these things about how much they have in common, and I couldn't understand why he would tell me that. He told me she asked him to come to her state to meet her family for Thanksgiving, even though they aren't even dating. I just don't understand how he moved on so fast when he told me he wanted to spend his life with me, and just a week before he was acting totally in love and told me he couldn't even watch adult movies anymore because he felt guilty looking at a girl that wasn't me. I can't figure out why he wanted to tell me that the day we broke up he slept with someone else. I'm honestly so confused and so hurt. Girl, you wasted your energy. What you think? Okay, well, let's go over the mistakes you made. Number 1, when you found out dark stuff about dudes, you were supposed to chuck up the deuces, okay? You're young. You was only with him for 8 months. It's not like y'all was married. It wasn't like he was your fiance, and it was, 8 months. What are you doing? You act like you owe him something. He's all fucked up in the head and needs psychological treatment. You're not a shrink. You're not qualified to deal with a man with that much going on. That's somebody who's out of your league in a negative way. So what you do when you find out you got a man who got all that kind of weird ass fucked up shit going on, you leave him alone, because it's just gonna be like throwing good lifetime after bad, trying to get him to up to speed and to be something and make something of himself. A lot of women get caught on that, but it's like, you know what, you don't have no S on your chest and you ain't a nurse. Okay, so you ain't nobody's angel either. So you wasting time trying to, heal sick people like this. You can't do it. It's outside your skill set. That was your first mistake. Your second mistake was when he called you to bring a book back, you don't never go to where somebody you broke up with is and you be there by yourself. What the fuck was you thinking? That's how women end up dead. You don't do that. He wants his book back, you mail it to him. That's what you do. You know his address. You've been there. You pop that shit into USPS and you have the mailman deliver it to him. You don't go over to no man's house that you broke up with. You don't do that. Okay? That's number 2. Then the 3 is that he was able to text you. You're supposed to block him. When you break up with someone, you break all contact with them. You don't talk to them. You can't email you. You block them on social media. They can't text you, call you, look at you, nothing. That's what you're supposed to do when you break up. Y'all just say, well, we're broken up. And then you walk out the door and you leave all these avenues open for them to connect with you and to bother you. Okay, so those are 3. Your 4th mistake was when he's sitting there telling you all this stuff. Now that's why he called you over, because he didn't want you to have your reaction on the phone. He didn't want you to be in a place where you could just hang up. He wanted to see your face crumble. He wanted to see your lips quiver, your eyes water, and your expression break, because it made him feel good to hurt you. And your dumb ass went walking up in there to let him do it to you. And then you sat there and let him keep talking to you. Like you don't know what to do. Your legs don't work. You can't get up and walk the fuck out. See, y'all be tripping. I'm like, you guys, these young ladies, I don't know, y'all need to find you eat spinach or get you some spine. Something needs to go on. I cannot believe the kind of abuse that you all take. This is just ridiculous. And he's an ex. Why what? What are you thinking? See, the family took his ass to the hospital, honey. I would have left his ass right there. Went and started doing all my delete and block stuff. Because I'm not dealing with no wacky ass dude. I'm not doing it. Shit, it's like what I do now is wacky enough. I got to deal with people that's not wrapped too tight. So, I'm not doing that. Not doing that. Oh, my God. So, yeah, he just wanted to hurt you. Unfortunately, he set a trap. You walked right into it, just all smiles, and then sat there and let yourself be emotionally abused by this fool. And then now you want to write me. You should have got up and cussed his ass out and walked out the door and done all your blocking. There's no need to be confused and no need to be hurt. You did that to yourself by being dumb, worrying about what he wants instead of what you need to do to protect yourself. So, I hope you learned a valuable lesson from this and do better about putting up some boundaries and leaving the past in the past where it belongs. You don't bring the past into the present. You leave it over there somewhere. Oh! All right. Question number 3. This was posted on the YouTube wall. It says, do you think that the staggering rate of black men being primarily with white and non-black women is intentional? Of course it is. From what I have seen, it seems as if black men seek non-black women to be with. Well, of course they do. There's a lot of stereotypes about it. A lot of them think that, women of other races are easier to control. They're more submissive. They don't give lip like black women do. They don't have an attitude like black women do. They don't cuss you out and be angry at you like black women do. They just take your shit. So, your typical nignog loves some shit like that. That fantasy just makes his dick hard. He just can't stand it. He just to be with a woman who's going to listen to him mutter and whine and talk about bullshit and think that he's like spewing forth the words of Moses or something and be sitting there looking at, actually that little ego just blows all up. Whereas the sister going to be looking at him and say, nigga, shut up. You talking stupid. You talking some smack. Don't nobody want to hear that bullshit. That's what we do. But see, that doesn't inflate their ego. They want someone who's going to make them feel like they're like a god and all this old stuff. And you know, a lot of women of other cultures have been socialized to treat men that way. I'm not saying they really believe it. I'm not saying that there's anything realistic about what's going on when they're spewing them words to these dudes. But the dudes like to hear it. The women do it because they know it gets them what they want. So you know, it's a perfect package deal. Now, my thing is this: why do you give a fuck what niggas do? Who they date and who they fuck? I gives no fucks what they do. It's like, you know, even I mean, why is this even a question? Why do you care? That's the better question. Why you need to ask yourself that. Why do you put so much focus on what complete strangers do with their dicks? That's not your business. Their life is not your business. Who they fuck is not your business. Who they date is not your business. Who they marry is not your business. And that's the final answer to this question. Moving on. My wife recently cheated on me with a coworker who is African American. I am obviously devastated by the affair, but oh, but I am surprisingly even more bothered that the guy is black. It shocks me to feel this way. I don't feel comfortable writing about this to a white advice columnist, and I thought you could give me a better answer and better insight to what is going on with me. Oh, I hope you ready, because I'm about to rock your world. You gotta understand, it's not a skin color thing. It's an insecurity thing. I'm of average size, you know, down there. And I keep hearing the rumor that black men are all well hung. It only happened twice, she says, and she has since ended the affair and we are in therapy. She said the act itself was not very good and that he was not any bigger than average. But with everything I'm hearing online, I'm worried that she's lying. Are the rumors true? Ladies, vote. Are those rumors true? Are black men more hung than any other race of men? Put your vote in the box. Yes or no? Yes or no? Let's see what you all say. Come on now, type faster. You know, the time we on the air now, we got to get the answers up. Yes or no? Are black men bigger than other men down there? Okay, you laughing, but ain't nobody saying yes or no. Yes or no? Okay, fiction. Not all black men. Okay, more. It's not almost 100 people in this chat room. Y'all ain't answering. Come on now. Yes, no. They just laughing. Nah, nope. Someone said yes, nope, no, with exclamation mark and capital letters. Okay. Hell no. Not from my experience. Oh, from my experience, yes. Hell no, nope. Biggest myth ever. No. Somebody said yes. No, with a whole bunch of O's. Somebody said yes. Someone thinks a black man is writing this question. Fake news. I don't know if it is or not. Yeah, from the South. No, do you know that's true? Now let me put it in my, because y'all done traveled all over the world. And I have to say, niggas from Mississippi, I don't know what it is about area from Mississippi be packing. The rest of them, nah, son, nah. But if he got some roots in Mississippi, you better get ready. There's a technical delay. Oh, well, I didn't realize that. I was just seeing people lolling instead of answering. It's a telltale. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. Somebody said, fuck all that. Let's talk about the bank account. Yep. Okay. Okay. Like I said, I find that to be a extreme minority, and somebody like one of the smallest that I ever saw was on a brother, and I was like, so like, what happened? Where's the rest of it? Needless to say, that didn't happen. And yeah, so I'm with, I can't, okay, dude, we know there's some debate whether you really are white or if you a black man just fishing for compliments. I don't really know, and I don't really care. I just answer the questions because even if it's not true in this case, it's gonna be true for somebody. So let me just say, the biggest dude, the dude with the biggest one that I ever knew was Chinese. Believe it or not, Chinese. And I was like, well, damn. in spite of all the women of Vietnamese talking about all the, the guys, the Asian dudes that have like this problem here. That was not the case with dude. I just, don't really have like a whole basis of comparison, but that's what I can personally attest to that. And the brothers was like average to below average, except for the ones, no, two dudes whose family was from Mississippi. That was some phenomenal shit going on in their pants. So, but so in other words, if the man that she was messing with wasn't from Mississippi, then you don't have nothing to worry about. That's all I can say. This letter is funny. Whew, let me get some more wine. Huh? Yeah, a thumb. Child, I'm telling you, it's a little pinky. Because it'd be small and thin, short and thin. Yeah, these Asian men, I don't know, they be doing this all right. I don't know. I mean, I guess if, because like I was telling you guys in one, let me just do the sidetrack. You know how I sidetrack. The theories of ancient China about body sizes for women and men. And so, they have like the rabbit woman, the deer woman, and I forgot what the other one was. And then men is the elephant man, and it's a something and something. But anyway, it's based on the size of the organs. And so there's like three types of men and there's three types of women. So the small guy would go with the little rabbit woman because their size, they're more matched. But a woman who's the big, she needs the elephant dude because then they're well matched. The elephant man with the little rabbit woman, that's not a good match. She's going to be in pain. And then the little dude, whatever dude with the, the woman that needs the elephant man, she's not going to feel nothing. It's going to be like, where is it? So, this is a very interesting, like I told y'all, I read everything. And so, I was reading this whole thing of this whole, ancient China and all their study of human sexuality and stuff. It's fascinating stuff. Absolutely fascinating. So, oh, it's in the Kama Sutra? Oh, I never read that. This was a different kind of book. It had like, it was huge. It was like a big book like this. It's probably in my storage now that I think about it. And it was about that thick. And it was full of pictures and diagrams and instructions and positions and all kind of stuff. Oh yes, honey. I am a equal opportunity worldwide hoe. So that's like, when I die, I'm not gonna say I missed out on nothing. I did everything I wanted to do plus some for you. All right. So let's see. Let's move on to the next question. Did I finish answering that? Okay, yeah, we done with dude. The answer to that question is no. Unless he's from Mississippi, then you better worry. But since she broke it off and she said he was average and he obviously wasn't from Mississippi, so then don't worry about it. Just, keep on doing what you're doing. So the next question. Long story short, I don't love my pregnant girlfriend. Well, how often have we heard this story? I was literally about to break up with her. We were in the process of breaking up when she announced that she was pregnant. She's 5 months along now, but I took all the words back, the reasons why I didn't want to be with her. I mean, I do love her a lot as a person, but I'm not in love with her. It is something I always knew deep down, but I never acted on it. She's a good person and a fantastic catch for somebody. Unfortunately, that person is not me. I unfortunately love my ex. Oh, didn't we just talk about this yesterday? I have tried to forget my ex, but I can't. Now it's tearing me apart. There's very little physical attraction with this woman. What kept us together is our deep friendship and our ability to communicate. This is why I found it hard to break up with her, although I thought about it many times. I do want to be a father, but I always imagined it different, like being with the woman that I'm in love with. I want to be a father, just not with her. Now I have sleepless nights trying to find an angle, but without success. I grew up where my dad treated me like shit, so I wanted to be the best father I could. But I don't know if I can be with her for the rest of my life. I don't know how I can be a great weekend father either. Obviously, she's going to get custody if we split up. I want to come home from work to my son every day of the week, but I can't if the mother and I aren't together. But on the other hand, I can't bear the thought of breaking up and not being a part of my child's life. It would be too miserable looking at other women. I would feel odd. Okay, let's see. Let me see. I've been trying to put my pride aside and be with her, but it's really killing me. I feel like I'm forcing myself to love her. She doesn't deserve that. She needs someone that truly loves her. I'm a, I guess it's supposed to say shit if I lie and say I love her and want to be with her, but I want to be a father. I apologize for my rambling, Deb. I really need to get this off my chest. I can't and haven't said a word to anyone about how I feel until now. I don't know what I'm asking for. I'm probably just venting. As I read the last couple of lines that I typed, I sound like a selfish jerk. Oh, poor guy. Okay. Wow. This is something that happens a lot. I think this is one of the reasons why there's, these high levels of single parent homes. The men don't really love the woman. They don't really want to be with her. She's what I call a relationship of convenience. She thinks that he loves her because he's there. He may love her like a friend or whatever, but there's no passion. There's no adoration. There's no caretaking. It's like the relationship is rote. There's just, it's the same every day. You constantly ask him to do stuff with you, for you, to be there for you, to stand up, to do what he says he's going to do. These are all signs that you got a man who's really not that into you. He's just there for something to do. Women need to recognize that. And when you have a relationship like that, I'm not saying all of those are bad, because sometimes both people's needs are getting met for that, in that situation. But that is not a relationship that you bring a child into. This woman should have had an abortion. Better yet, they should have used birth control, because he knew that he didn't really love her. So it's like, you knew you didn't love her. What the fuck was you doing fucking her bare? What were you doing? See, this is where I get really upset with men, because it's like, okay, you want to say all this now about how you felt about it and all this stuff, but you didn't say none of that when you was busy sticking your dick up in her. You didn't say nothing of that. It was all gravy and all fun. But see, you were responsible for where you put your seed. You did this to yourself. So to sit here and talk about what you don't want now, no, your actions said that you did. So suck it up, big boy, and prepare to be somebody's daddy and somebody's husband or whatever you're going to be. Because this is the reality that you put yourself in. It's not like you're a child and you don't know the birds and the bees. You very well, as an adult, know how children get here. You did everything that it takes to make a baby, and now you want to act shocked and surprised when one is on its way. Well, I see, that's what I don't get about men. It's like you're just stupid. All of them that think like this are retarded. And then they want to run around, I wasn't ready. Then why were you fucking bare? What were you doing? That's how you make a baby, and you knew that. So then you say, well, I don't want to. Well, your mouth is saying that, but your behavior was saying that you did, because everything that you did was the actions that is required for a man who wants to father a child. So you saying one thing, but you doing another. And now what you did is catching up with you. That's what happened. So I'm like, this is just stupid. Well, I don't know if he's going to ultimately end up being irresponsible or not. He sounds like he's trying to work his way around to doing the right thing, but he's just very confused. And like we talked about yesterday, he's still in love with some woman from his past, his ex. So, I mean, the first opportunity, even if he did marry this woman or whatever, see, with this shaky, unsolid, unreally focused and mostly kind of situation, as soon as that ex showed up, just like I was telling y'all yesterday, if that ex did this to him, he would leave this woman, leave that child, and not give them either one of them a second thought, and be on over there with that other woman, happy as a clam, because that's where his heart would be taking him. But this girl is dumb. She's going to end up being a single parent with some, I mean, it sounds like he wants to do right by his child. And if they can work that out, visitation, custody, child support, and all, all these things, then they might have a chance and the kid might be okay. But one of the worst things I can think of is for them to be, to get married and think about being together, and then they both be miserable. He's going to be miserable because he doesn't really want to be there, and she's going to be miserable because she wants something from him that she's never going to get. So it's going to create a miserable situation for both of them, and then the kid is going to be affected because the parents won't love each other. They'll be just like, just tolerating each other. That's not a good environment for a kid to grow up in. Oh my God. And the other thing that really bothers me is as I was reading, he never said why he didn't want to be with her. You said you was in the process of breaking up. What does that mean? But you still sleeping with her. So how are you in the process of breaking up when you still tapping that, and then that's how she ended up pregnant? So, I'm just really not I'm not prepared to really give him too much sympathy because like I said, you got to take the hit, dude. You just got to take that L, and better luck next time. All right. The best outcome would be for a great co-parenting situation. I agree. He just needs to wrap his mind around it. But it's been 5 months already. It's like, dude, come on now. You should have made this adjustment a long time ago. Yeah, well, he didn't. But see, the main thing is, he was still dealing with her. It's like, you don't want to be with her. You love her, but you're not in love with her. Then why are you still there? That's what I say. This is a relationship of convenience. It was convenient for him to be there. It's convenient for him to have somebody to pay attention to him and have companionship and somebody to talk to and somebody to screw. So he sacrificed that for his dream of being a father with a woman he loved. He took the right now instead of waiting for Miss Right. So this is what happens, though. And this has happened to hundreds of thousands of men who do stupid stuff with their seed. You made a dumbass choice, and like I tell dudes, you don't screw a woman that you don't want to have a child by. Don't do that. If she's a dumb bitch, she ignorant, she ghetto. She don't have nothing going on for herself. She's in the project. She on Section 8. She just trifling. She just like to fight. She like to drink. She just shakes her ass all the time. She does trifling shit all the time. She just dumb and crazy, stupid. Okay, and you don't want a woman like that to be the mother of any child that you have. Why are you fucking her? What are you doing? So, when you end up with some ignorant bitch and you got baby mama drama for 18 years, don't come crying to me. Because you did that to yourself. That was a choice that you made. You did that. I don't have nothing to do with that. I wasn't there. You did that. She was so fly and she had them big titties with the tats on them and that ass was bouncing and you just was all mesmerized by the booty. And so now you in a world of trouble. But this here is just it's a bunch of irresponsibility and lack of thinking, lack of maturity, lack of decision making. So now you in a shit situation and you got a kid in a shit situation. You better figure out what you're gonna do. Because whether you be there or not, your wallet is about to get tapped for 18 years, Holmes. 18 years, like Kanye say. All right, let's move on to the next question. Oh my God. Why do these people write so damn much? Wait, I need a swig. He's getting what he deserved. I agree. Yep, they be thinking about the benefits. She a freak. This is going to be some free booty. This and that. They thinking about all of that. They don't think about, okay, the fact that I'm doing something that can make a child with the dumb bitch. What am I doing? Because now this dumb bitch is going to be the mother of my child. I'm going to have to deal with this dumb bitch. Even if I get married to somebody that does have some sense, this dumb bitch is going to be part of my life for the next 18 years, possibly even longer than that, especially if the kid has special needs or something like that. So then you have you let your dick write a check that your ass has the cash, forced to cash it. There's no escape. So I'm like, I don't know these dudes. I'm telling you, if I was a dude, shit, I would have had 2 vasectomies. You wouldn't be trapping my ass with shit. And I would be fucking everything. If I was a dude, I would probably be a hoe. I would know I would be like a major pimp. Because, and when you understand how people think, how women think, y'all just too easy to game on. It's just really sad. It's like, it's just too easy. Just a few words and your panties fall off. No proof of shit. Just nigga just spewing some game and smiling at you and making you feel good, like Halle Berry said in that movie. Make me feel good. Make me feel good. And y'all be all caught up in it, and the next thing you know, you having some nigga's baby. I can't with you. All right, here's the next one. Oh, yeah, that's what I say. It's never free. You pay now, you pay later, but you always pay. But I'm just saying, the only time it's free is if you have a vasectomy. Then you can get some pussy for free. But not any chance of you shooting some live ammunition up in there. You playing Russian roulette. So I'm like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. All right, here's the next one. Okay, here's the story. I am 26 and he is 31. He has 4 kids by 4 different women. Oh, okay. Where my ex lady at? Where start throwing them up because 4 kids by 4 women and you dating him. That nigga would have said he got 4 kids. All he would have seen was heard that whoosh sound as I left, like whoosh. It was like, wow, wasn't someone just standing here? I wonder where she went. That would be me gone in a puff of smoke. Okay, so he got 4 kids by 4 different women. We met online. We have been together for a year now, but we had some bumps along the way. When we first started dating, he told me that all his baby mamas were crazy and knew who I was. Okay. Here comes the setup. I asked him how this was possible. He responded by saying that they have their ways. I don't use my real name online for things like Facebook, KIK. What's KIK? I don't even know what that is. Or dating sites. I have 2 of his baby mamas blocked on my Facebook just in case. I don't know who the other 2 are. I'm telling you, like, she just tripping. Anyways, 4 months into our relationship, I went to surprise him at his apartment. He shares it with his mama and his brother and found out that his son and one of the baby mamas was there and I had to leave. I felt some type of way about that. He didn't want there to be an argument or anything. Plus, his baby mamas don't want me around their kids because they feel I am young, immature, and don't know what I want out of life. This is what he told me they said. I felt that was very judgmental, whether it is true or not. Along with the baby mama drama, there are issues with his Facebook. He has plenty of females on there who he says are friends, but they say really inappropriate things knowing he is in a relationship, and I feel that is messed up. I have spoken to him about it, but he says don't worry about them, it's just me and you, and that I should only worry about our relationship. He is a great father and takes care of his kids. His kids are of an age where the baby mama doesn't have to be around if he's interacting with them. I had been in a relationship before with this man who had kids, but didn't take care of them. But he cheated on me on multiple times. I feel like my current boyfriend is making similar mistakes like my ex, and it makes me not trust him sometimes. I need to know, am I tripping or not? I really don't want to get my heart broken again. What should I do? Learn to trust or let him go? Girl, let me show you something. Let me show you something. Okay, this is your relationship. I wish I could be like my brother, because he used to do this really well. Okay, this is what you should do. See this? This is how you should do that relationship. This is called a paper airplane. And then you flight. That's what you should have done to him. Not just let him go, girl, jettisoned his ass. That's what you should have done. Oh my God. Oh, look at all them exes. I'm telling you. Where do these people come from? How do they find me? I'm so scared. Okay, let's talk about the mistakes that this young lady made. Okay, once you found out that he is only 31 and he got 4 kids by 4 women, that was your clue to do this. Bye. Okay, that was what you were supposed to do. Okay, but you obviously something's wrong with you, and so you kept moving forward. Okay, then you fell for this game. All his baby mamas were crazy, and they knew who you were. They don't know who you were unless he told them. Okay, so whether he did or not, what this is game. This is designed to get you to where you don't investigate anything about him, and you only go by what he said. I did a whole video on that. This, these men who telling you what somebody else said about you thing. This is a straight game. It's in the series called the 25 ways black men make black women jump through hoops. It's in that series. 25 videos where I broke down 25 different bullshit ass games that niggas play with women. And this game right here is one that I talked about. Okay. So they tell you what somebody else said about you, and the idea is to drive a wedge between you so that you never go to that person asking for verification, asking questions, trying to get history, trying to get background. You think they don't like you. You think all the stuff about them, and most likely those women have not said any of those things, and they obviously do not know who you were, or unless he tells them. They may not even know that you exist. That's why he hustles you on up out the house. He's still dibbing and dabbing with all of them women. Okay, and if you want coming around, you're gonna mess up his game. Okay. Now he says that the baby mamas don't want you around their kids because you're young and immature. I doubt that. They might not want you around their kids because they know that you ain't gonna be there. They don't want the kids getting confused by all the different women that he's holding around with. But you know, that's just whatever. You worried about what he does on Facebook and them saying inappropriate things. Understand that this is the lifestyle that you have chosen by messing with some trifling two-bit piece of shit who has 4 kids by 4 different women. And he's only 31 years old. Does he do anything positive with his life besides fucking make babies? That would be the question that I would be asking myself. He's a great father, takes care of his kids. Well, that's what he's supposed to do. He gets no brownie points from me for that. You also have been in a relationship with some other nignog who did similar things and had similar breeding problems and self-control issues, and yet here you go and finding the exact same kind of knucklehead to get yourself involved with yet again. And I have to put this back on you. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you making this choice for your life and going through all these changes about somebody who got 4 kids by 4 different bitches? What the fuck are you thinking? Your mother need to grab you by the throat and choke the shit out of you and then slap you until her hand comes off because you are just doing the most. This makes no sense for a young woman to be putting herself in a position like this. This makes no sense. You're going to get your heart broken again. You need to go and just call him up after you hear this video and say, you know, I don't want to see you anymore, and then block him. Block him on Facebook, block him on whatever Kick is, KIK, any other place where you had some involvement with him. And just, you know, let that go. Because it just make no damn sense. Ooh, honey, I need more wine. Where's the rest? I need more. I love these little glasses. See? These, I think they call them highball glasses. But I don't care. I drink wine out of them. I drink Kool-Aid out of them. I drink lemonade out of them. I drink iced tea out of them. I don't care. Whatever. Yeah, there's some problems here. There's some problems with this young lass. I hope she don't be stupid enough to get pregnant. Oh my God, that would just be a fucking disaster. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question. Joe, she said, let me turn this other light on and get some more balanced light up in here. Joe and I have been together for almost 2 years. We have been trying to buy a house together, but seems like bad luck is on our side. I spend a lot of nights at his house. Lately, since he only gets 1 day a week off, he just wants to lay around and do nothing but watch TV and what he wants to watch. I tend to sit in the bedroom. He says what should it matter as long as we do what we do as long as we're together. Well, it does matter to me. I'm tired of watching the same reruns over and over and over. I suggest other shows and he just looks in the guide and says, "Yep, they are on." I'm extremely bored with the relationship right now. We rarely go anywhere or eat out. It's always Chinese food or fast food. I live 30 minutes from him and I really dread the ride to his house lately. I just feel this whole relationship is at a standstill. I do love him a lot, but I'm bored. What do? You break up. That's what you do. You break up because I'm going to say my one line, and I just can't say this enough. If a man is not giving you okay, y'all know y'all who've been around here, how we could probably say it together. If a man is not giving you the relationship that you want, you get rid of him. It's that simple. It's that simple. He's boring. Well, I mean, he's working 6 days a week. The man's probably exhausted, you know, so he don't want to go nowhere or do nothing because he just wants to rest because he got to start that 6-day haul again. You know, I need like 3 days to recover, but it's like my life, it's like I be burning the candles at both ends, you know, so I do the shows, you know, I go do all my stuff, hustling and stuff all during the day, building websites, doing contracts, whatever I'm doing, and whatever, got my time involved there, and then I come home, I do this, and then I'm going to write something. I'm going to do work for some clients. I'm going to be building somebody's website or something until 10, 11, midnight or something. Go to bed, get up the morning, next morning, do it all over again. At some point, I get exhausted and I just don't do shit for 3 or 4 days and just like lay around and recharge my batteries. That's what he's trying to do, is recharge his batteries. Now, I understand what he's doing, but the way he's doing it is very piss poor. He needs to realize if you want to keep maintaining your relationship, you need to find some energy somewhere to do at least one thing a week with your girl. So the fact that he's not willing to do that and he's playing these kind of disrespectful games where you suggest shows and he does this, you know, well, they're on it. So, okay, this is what you're supposed to do. The fact that you sit up there and you stay in the bedroom in a house where he's not paying any attention to you, what the fuck are you doing that for? When he does something like that, what you're supposed to do is get up and say, well, I can see that you're not going to really spend any time with me. We're not going to do anything together. This relationship has become just so boring. It's ridiculous. I'm going home now and I'm going to go and have some fun with my friends because trying to hang out with you is just a fucking joke. And then you get in your car and you go home. And you know, you don't go see him until he decides what he's going to do. If he decides he's going to do anything, doesn't sound like he's really too invested in the relationship. You just butt for him to get so, you know, he won't be home. To leave him alone. So, you know, you see it's not meeting your needs. You see that it's boring. You see that he disrespects you. He just very callous and cold and, you know, non-caring about how he interacts with you. But you haven't taken the next step, which is to say, you know, that's enough of this shit. I'm out. That's what you need to do. Okay? Because this is, you know, not going to work. Okay? Next letter. God damn it. This is so many. These people. Whew. I need another swig because this is. He ain't going to make an effort. He's not going to do, because if he were going to do that, he would have already done it. See, when a man is tired, because, you know, I'm telling you, like, you know, he had his own business. He had to travel all over the country because it's when Novell networks were first really getting started, you know, in the early 1990s. And so, you know, they didn't have network. I mean, this Novell was the first one that came up with the whole concept of networks. This is before Oracle and Microsoft and all these, you know, things. It was way before that. So Novell was the first company. And he got the Novell certifications, and him and his two dudes made a company. And they used to, you know, since they were like one of the few people in the country at that point certified, they got contracts all from people who wanted to convert from standalones, like MAD cards and standalone different equipment, to having a network where their things could talk to each other. So it was like a novel concept in the early 90s. So he was gone a lot. But what this man would do is when he was, you know, around, even though he had work to do, he would bring his laptop, he would come to my house, and he would sit at the dining room table, and he would have me sit next to him, and he would like me to put my leg over his, so he could like rub my thigh, like over his legs or whatever, and sit like, you know, like right close to him. And so he's working on his laptop, and we're talking and whatever, he's doing all his paperwork and all this stuff like that. And when he would be so tired it would be crazy, but he would always make sure he came to my house to see me, or I would, you know, go to his sometimes. And you know, he would bring food, he would bring my favorite wine, he would do stuff, you know, let's watch a movie. Most of the time halfway through he'd be like but you know, he would make an effort. And it was what I wanted to see. That's in the days when Blockbuster and all of them was still big. So, you know, you pick up a video from, you know, they used to have that phrase, Blockbuster night. So he'd pick up a video, whether we going to watch the video on, you know, on the VCR, all this old stuff. And that's how a man does when he wants to make time for you and make sure that you understand how serious he is about you. That, you know, you're important to him. He wants to spend time with you. This guy's not making any such effort, and what he's doing is telling this girl, you know, by showing her, well, yeah, that show was on, but, you know, he's not making any effort to watch the show with her. You know, it's just a kind of fucked up situation. So I don't know what she gonna do with home skillet, but that wouldn't work for me. Okay, so now let me go on to this next letter. What's going on? How come is everything frozen and nobody's chatting? Let's see here. Make sure things didn't lose. Did we lose the connection? Okay, there we go. I had to restart the chat. Yeah, he was. That's why I haven't remarried. I mean, he had his bad side too, don't get me wrong. I cussed his fucking ass out several times. But in general, you know, he was like a 92% dude. He was 92% right for me. That other part, you know, we fight about it a little bit, but as I got older, I realized it was stupid, so I just let it go. When we first got together, honey, I was a hellion. So let me go to this next letter. Okay, I rebooted it. I had to restart the chat because it did get frozen. All right, the next letter. I'm a widow and I have had a relationship with the same man for over 5 years. My daughter, who is 26, will not accept him. To be transparent, he and I were apart for over a year and she liked my prior boyfriend. My current boyfriend did serve time but has been out more than 10 years for a white collar crime, and because of that, she says he can't be trusted. I told her that I've known him and his family for 30 years and he has rebuilt his life from that youthful mistake. He is also very good to my adult son who has Asperger's and needs guidance. She said she never wants to be around him for holidays, etc. She lives out of state, but how can I move forward with him? The other thing that happened, my deceased husband, her father, has been dead for almost 7 years. Last night, she asked me why would I give away all of his things, including his clothing. I asked her why not. It just hangs there and is a constant reminder. I've moved on, but I think she isn't ready to see me with anyone else, or am I mistaken? Either way, how should I proceed? Oh, let me tell you how you're going to proceed with this little hoe. You're going to call her up, and you're going to say, look here, Becky. If you think that I'm going to pay even a lick of attention to what you're talking about, you tripping. Because this is my life, okay? I don't intend to live my life by myself for the rest of my life to please you. You over there do what the fuck you want to do in the state that you live in. I'm going to do the same. I'm a grown woman just like you. So then you need to tell her that, I mean, this was an option. I guess it's probably too late because you already threw it away, but this is, you made a mistake here. What you should have done is say, Becky, I'm about to throw away your daddy's shit. Do you want it? If you want it, send me some money and I will ship it to you. Otherwise, I'm going to give it to the Salvation Army at Goodwill or whatever, so some homeless people with low income people can make good use of it. And so then if she wanted, she would have wrote you that check to pay for the shipping, and then she would have got her daddy's shit. But for her to think that you're supposed to hang on to this shit and look at this shit for 10, 20, 15, whatever number of years, when you trying to move on with your life, because that was your husband, it wasn't hers. That was her father, but they don't have the same kind of relationship that a husband and wife have. So there's no way in this world that she can judge anything about what you should feel, want to feel, think, nothing. She's not qualified to make any assessment like that. You're giving her far too much influence and power in your life. Obviously, that's what you've done because she feels comfortable enough to make all these demands and say all this shit. You know, my daughter she would know better. It's like, you don't tell me shit. She would have got smooth cussed out. So what you do is, you got to do that Becky call, and then you tell her, this is the way it's going to be. I'm going to be over here doing this, and you don't want to be around with any holidays, that's great. Stay your ass over there in whatever state she lives in. You stay there because we're going to be here having a good time, and we'll miss you. We'll think about you, but I totally understand where you're coming from, and I wish you well. See, this is what you got to understand. This is what a lot of parents have a hard time with. This is a grown-ass woman, okay? You may have birthed her, but she's not a child anymore. She's not your child. So you can't think of her like your baby. She's not. She's a grown-ass woman. She's over there fucking and doing everything that she want to do wherever it is that she lives, and you need to do the same. You don't worry about her no more. She's doing her thing. You need to do yours. And for you to think, and I mean, it's unfortunate that your man made a stupid mistake, but, millions of people do. Some people get caught, most don't. And the unfortunate ones who get caught will do their time, pay fines, restitution, all this other stuff they have to do. That's fine. It's just one of those things that happens. But the fact that, it was so long ago, he's got his life on track. He's not trying to make any mistakes like that again. I mean, at what point do we stop holding people's one mistake against them and let them move on with their life? I mean, it's like she gonna hold the man guilty and accused of some shit that happened 20 years ago and forever. See, that's not fair. That's not fair. It's not right. I mean, the whole point is when we send people, they get a punishment. Just like we put our kids in the corner, I put them on a timeout. Okay, so once they finish that, they got a punishment for what they did, right? They cut school, they didn't do their homework, they didn't do the dishes, whatever. Okay, the kid did the time. This man did the time for what he did, his actions. So do you stop loving your kid and paying attention because they made a mistake? It's the same thing. I mean, unless you like rape or kill somebody, molest kids, there's different kind of levels of this. But you did a white collar crime, I mean, it's some money. I mean, you paid restitution. He had to do some time, whatever he had to do, but it's over 10 years ago. So I'm like, whatever. I don't understand why she's even having all this angst about it, because, she would have got the smooth cuss out from me. Like, bitch, don't be telling me shit. And I don't give a fuck if you my daughter. You don't have shit to do with me. Your daddy is dead. Get the fuck over it and accept it. I'm not going to be dickless the rest of my life because you want to hang on to the memory of your dried up dead. The motherfucker's dead. Okay? Just get over it. I mean, it's like, he was great while he was here, but he ain't here no more. Next. Okay, next. Do you think it's a good idea for me to give my boyfriend a key to my apartment? We've been dating for over a year, and I want him to know how much I love and I am committed to him. No, fucking no. Motherfucker ain't paying no bills there. He don't get a key. This is another mistake y'all make. What do you need? What do you need a key to your house for? Are you getting married? Are you engaged? In case that case, you would be living together, and then he would have a key to the house where he lives too. He don't need a key to your house. You don't need a key to his house. I don't believe that. I don't believe that kind of stuff that people do. They want to have a drawer at each other's house and all this old shit. I don't believe in all that. Keep your shit at your house. Bring your bag when you come. Take your shit with you when you leave. And you ain't getting no key. Unless you want a key here, then motherfucker, you're going to be paying half the rent, and you're going to be paying half the light bill and everything else, because then that means that you can come and go as you please. That means you need to be on a lease, rental agreement, mortgage, whatever, and then you need to be responsible for paying half. You get a key, that means you responsible. We don't do that. No key. Don't even think about giving him a key. Did he give you a key? See, to me, it's like, if your man offers you a key, well, then you might have something to think about, because that's a big step for a guy. That means he done forsaken all the other bitches and this and that. Okay, but you need to find out who else got a key. His mama, his brother, some of his boys. I mean, what if you in there by yourself, you taking a bath, and suddenly somebody else comes in with a key? What happens? You see what I mean? I'll be thinking about stuff like that. Most women don't think like that. But I'll be like, okay, well, you give me this key. Who else got a key? Who might be coming in here if I'm walking around the house naked? If I'm taking a bath, I'm taking a shower, then suddenly I pull back the curtain and there's some motherfucker standing there watching me. What's going on here? You need to know these kind of things. But I don't care. I'm not, you've been dating over a year. That don't mean shit to me. I know key. Don't even think about giving him a key. Don't do it. Okay, next question. I'm having a prolonged breakup with a man. Let's call him Twit. With whom I've been in a breakup to makeup relationship with for over 2 years. Recently, we were on the house again, and he asked my friend to have a non-committed sexual encounter with him. What? She told me that she briefly considered the proposition but declined. I'm upset that she would even consider sleeping with someone that I was still involved with. Twit thinks that I have no right to be upset with her on account that she eventually decided not to sleep with him. I feel, however, that a trust has been broken and that the friendship is likely to change. Isn't there an unwritten rule amongst friends that you will not hit on your friends' ex-boyfriends? Or is Twit right in saying that I have unrealistic expectations of my friends and that I am being selfish and arrogant in my treatment of her? I am tempted to cut both of them out of my life. Well, let me tell you this. If you're going to be cutting anybody out, it should be him. Now, see, you tripping. Okay, I'm reading this. You straight say right here that he approached her. Okay, he approached her. So you talking about her hit on him. That's not what happened. He hit on her. Well, how did this magically get twisted around in your mind when this is what you said happened? Okay, you relate the story, but then by the time you start wanting to assign blame, somehow it magically turned into something else in your head, and now she's all responsible for it, okay? Yeah, of course he did it on purpose. Of course he did it on purpose. And why did he do it on purpose? Because he wanted to fuck with you. Okay, he wanted to hurt you. He wanted to get your attention. He wanted to let you know that he don't give a shit about you. All kinds of messages were inferred by this particular choice of behavior. But instead of you understanding what time it was and getting rid of him once and for all, you instead want to still hang on to him like a dummy and then try to, argue with him and like make it seem like it's something that your friend did wrong. Your friend did the right thing. Now, I don't think if I would have told you that I briefly considered it, but maybe she did, as in, how broken. I mean, you thinking that she considered it like that, she may have, her thinking may have been like, well, my friend says he's, good in bed or whatever, and they are broken up right now, but they have this makeup to breakup situation. This is going to be a hot mess. Let me just let this mess alone. Okay, that's considered briefly considering. You see what I mean? That doesn't mean that she was briefly considering it like, ooh, should I? Ooh, this and that. But I mean, imagine the dude is offering her a good time. She's not, she's single. She want to have a good time. And so, y'all was broken up. It would have been a one-hit and quit it thing. But then she decided after consideration that her relationship with you is more important than a night of fun. And so she didn't do it. At least she was honest with you. At least, you have a friend who's telling you the truth. But your dumb bitch ass can't even handle it. What you're supposed to do is thank her for being, being loyal and not messing it up. I mean, it's human nature to waver at some point or another in your life. I mean, even in people's marriages, they waver. Parents waver with their kid. I mean, people waver. That's just what happens. So you judging this very, very harshly. Ultimately, she did the right thing and she didn't do anything to hurt you. So why are you tripping about her? You need to be looking at him. But the fact that you said that you guys are make up to break up, and you've been all doing that for more than 2 years, okay, that shows your relationship is bullshit. But you want to act like it's all, you all was fiancés or something, and what he's trying to do is set you up to be mad at your friend, talking about you have unrealistic expectations of your friends and you being arrogant and selfish. You need to be focusing all that rage and anger and angst on him, but he's instead deflecting it off onto your friend, and you stupid and you letting him do it. Oh my God. I mean, this is what I have an article on my blog on surviving dating called The Hoe Test. And he hoe tested your friend and she passed because she turned him down. Okay? You acting like she didn't turn him down. That's what you doing. Let me see. Is there another question here? Oh, okay. That's the last one. Yeah. All you should be doing is worrying about, the fact that she didn't move forward with it and she did the right thing. And what you need to do is figure out why you and this dude keep doing makeup to break up, and what does that mean? Why are you guys tripping like that? I don't know. Yeah, he just trying to fuck with her head, and she's stupid and she's letting him do it, trying to make it seem like it's this girl's fault. Oh my God, you guys, why? You bet he's broke? He probably is. He probably is. Probably a hobosexual. I'm telling you, I just cannot deal with these dudes. These chicks, there's something, and it's like every time when we do this every week, I'm glad we only do this once a week because I would be a major alcoholic because these people will make me feel crazy. There's some real interesting, their way of looking at things is very strange. It's very weird. I don't understand what they be thinking and how they be thinking about stuff. It just makes no sense to me. Hey, Shayla, welcome to the show. You all late? Look at you all late on CP time. But I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm exhausted now. This was a tough one. But, I just want to say, like, for those of you who, no, I didn't say homo, I said hobo. Put that, or make that M a B. Hobo. Yes, what they love. Remember when you was a kid and they had the cartoons and they had a man, he got like a kerchief on the end of a stick and all his stuff would be in the little kerchief and he got the stick on his back and he walking down the street. Okay, as a kid, I always remember that. So when I think about these dudes, I consider them to be like that. They got their little shit in a little thing, or worse yet, like a shopping bag, these little glad, hefty bags, and it's over their shoulder, and they going from, house to house. Oh, Brochosaurus Rex. Brochosaurus, you guys a hot mess. This is too funny. Not homo, hobo. 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 Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know. But that's the show for today. Now, what I'm going to be doing tomorrow is doing. I'm gonna be finally interviewing the dude. I don't know if you guys remember me. I tried to do this like a live stream, live where everybody could participate. I'm going to be talking to the guy that we tried to do the show with, who was the former MGTOW, and came to a lot of realizations about himself, and now does not consider himself to be um, a MGTOW person. But we're going to talk about his journey, what took him there, what got him there, what made him turn around, his experiences with women, his experience, with how these guys were in the MGTOW thing. I mean, it's going to be very interesting. So what I have to do is, we couldn't get the, I don't know, we just equipment was just not happening. I guess it takes like a pretty powerful computer to do this live streaming. And I had to get mine upgraded, a couple of months ago, because it just wasn't really working right. I was experiencing a lot of lag times and stuff like that. But I got this shit is just like the bomb now. And I think, he probably needed some upgrades. So what I'm going to do is set it up. So we're going to do the interview, and I'm going to record it and then put it up on the channel so you guys can see it. So it won't be live and interactive, but I'll try to ask my best questions. If you have some questions that you want me to ask him, remember this is taking place tomorrow, so send them in right away. This is the young man who is a former MGTOW, who is now going to share his insights and thoughts as he kind of investigates himself and tries to figure out what made him go down that path and what made him come out of it. So if you have questions, ladies or gents, email them to me for me to ask him. It's surviving dating, all one word, surviving dating at gmail.com. survivingdating@gmail.com. Send your questions in for the MGTOW guy. They'll see. It's not going to be live though. I'm going to be interviewing him myself in a private room. I'm going to record it though, and then I'm going to put it on YouTube after I edit and everything. We couldn't get the equipment right so that he could do the live streaming. His computer's not fast enough. Yeah, it will be pre-recorded. Thank you. That's the word I should use. It will be pre-recorded interview. I'm going to be doing the interview with him privately, not so you guys won't be able to unfortunately participate, but it will be there, and he will be coming back to check the comments and hopefully respond if you have any questions. All right. And what else we got going on here? You're going to see me back on Thursday. We're going to do Topic Thursday. And then sometime over the weekend, we'll be doing some more stuff. I don't know what the topic's going to be yet. I have a couple of things in mind. I think it's going to be talking about controlling people, but we'll see. All right. But I appreciate everybody coming through. Thank you so much for coming and sharing the spotlight with me tonight on Tell It Tuesday. I will see you all soon, most likely on Thursday. Okay. Bye-bye. Have a great evening.